You've seen a lot in your career. Do you ever think that you would see Canada where it is right now in the musical space?
Absolutely. And I'm going to say that proud and confident, because when we started, there was no machine. So I'm not from the numbers, if you get, you're popular because you have all the grants, you're the best. It was, I'm not from that world. Yeah. So things are like when you have to do things by Friday and Saturday, like it's different for me. So no, of course we wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
We did it because we weren't proving to ourselves. The battles were coming here. Hip hop came here. Dancehall was here. Reggae was here. Yeah. We're not reinventing anything. It was here. We've been just trying to prove all these years
that we're here.
Yes. And I get one cute little brown boy. I would jump up on cute little brown and when name Drake can write and and do his thing. So we got it. And I say we because that's what we've been trying to say for a long time. And it takes money to get there. Yeah. It's not just get up and you're going to write a song and from Canada and they're going to put you on. It takes a lot of money to be invested in radio for you to get to that position. But you have to hold your own because a lot of people get introduced to that position and don't go nowhere.
We've seen the market grow so much. You've done a lot of acting. You've done behind the scenes, front of the scenes. Now, we're in 2020. You know what happened now? MICHIE decided to drop a brand new project.
Thank you.
What keeps you going and wanting to even still drop music after so long?
Well, definitely the assistance of grants kind of reinforces the confidence. I'm always writing. And music, it was just like, and I wanted to prove to them, and not them meaning the industry, meaning the people that consume hip hop, that there is no age thing when it comes to the fellas. So some of the ladies that have been doing it a long time are coming back out. And it's just like, we just want, and I'm in bodies of work, albums. So I really just wanted to force an album out. I'm going to put the other albums up. It's a new way of doing stuff. I wanted to put everything out in the digital world. Going to get Jamaica Funk Canadian Style up there. Going to get First Cut as the Deepest up there. Okay. Everything. So I'm kind of reintroducing myself to a market. But there's some brothers I grew up with that were older than me, and nobody is telling them to stop. So I just wanted to represent for the ladies because we're in like this jazz era of hip hop where our music is not going to die because we take it the route, like I'm very dancehall, and dancehall people don't sit down. They do other songs, they end up doing a cover, they end up changing things, they end up doing something else, find another producer, they do something else. So I'm one of them, but I'm coming in the hip-hop form of Mina Lego. So Bahdgyal's Revenge is my next statement.
Okay, and how many tracks is on this album here?
I lost count today. I just handed it. How much is there now? About 16?
Yeah. What I liked with it was it gave you the originals, then it gave you some remixes also. Yeah. You understand? It gave you interludes. It gave you, it was like a real album, like you're really listening to an album.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? It was really refreshing. And what it was mature MICHIE.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It work. That's why I will not stop. We need to see. Can you imagine if we seen Biggie and Pac right now mature?
Crazy.
That's what I'm saying. I just want the world to be able to see some hip hop mature, but the women mature too, guys. Not you, but I just want to be a part of telling that story and moving forward. And if I have to stand behind the West Indian culture in the way that dancehall does it, where we don't let go, I'm going to hide behind that because that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Yeah. But hip hop is growing and maturing, so we need balance.
All right. Balance. This album here has some features. It has Centuries on it, Lindo P's on it, Tanya P's on it. There's a couple more people on it. It's like, I like who you chose. You could have gone for
I know.
These guys over here or these gals over here, but you still kept it contained and brought it fresh.
My friends, talent that I believed in, talent that's easy to work with and write with. Yeah. There was like half a phone call away. Yeah. Everyone, JDR is on it. Chuck D did the intro.
Yes, that's what got me there. That's what got me.
Download the album and you can see whatever. But everyone I called was like right then and there. Yeah. And across the board and border.
Yeah.
And he doesn't get better than that. So I didn't run down anything. I didn't want to. And I'm really just trying to put all the music together because some of it has been out. And like Bahdgyal Bubble, I had to put on an album because I had to get it up there. Big up Smoke Shop. Smoke Shop. I have a Spotify. Run here around with it. Love it. So I just had to get it in the body of work so people identify that with me. And that kind of stuff. And it was to tell a story, and it's the intro of a story. It's really, and it's Factor supported, Ontario Arts supported, Toronto Arts Council supported. So the fact that they even let me get a little, just add up, and it took time. I had a car accident and I kind of sat back for a while and kind of healed, and they didn't have to continue supporting. Now I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
And I still had my songs and stories that I want to tell, and it's really about growing up in hip hop.
Yeah. Crazy. I got two. Of course. Listen, we're not going to sit down and have you here and not listen. That wouldn't be cool. You understand? What if you said, hey, so you tell me what's your favorite song on the album?
So to say, hey, I catch you back. No, man, respect.
Crazy. And where could they cop this album?
Oh, it's all over the platforms. It's everywhere. I'm going to get over there and whatever. I didn't really rush to put it out because I was like, you know what? There's no big publicist behind it yet. But it's a body of work that's going to be heard. So I'm taking the slow way up and just going to spread the word and keep it going because there's a lot more where that came from.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to spreading the word of Bahdgyal's Revenge. There's going to be a new website up under construction, and it's on all platforms. And it's going to be, I'm going to have my CDs out. I'm going to have my vinyl out and all that good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to get this one out because it felt very end of 2020 instead of 2020-21. What year is it? 2020, 2020, 2020, and keep going on. And it's 20 years and it's being released on 11/20/20.
This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusica.com.